Philadelphia Phillies are going to Washington to take the Nationals on again in Major League Baseball. I'm talking with Drew Martin. Drew, let's get right into it. Rough night for you last night, similar to what's been happening with me in the NBA. But guess what? We just know one thing to do. Get up, brush our knees, and move forward, and let's produce. So with that being said, you have a bounce-back opportunity. Philadelphia certainly didn't just rattle your play yesterday. They shook 73% of the betting public. So, with that being said, Nationals should bounce back strong tonight. Where do you think the edge is in this game? Is it in a total, or is it perhaps in a side, Drew?
Well, thanks for having me back on, Mike. And last night, definitely the wrong side. Hellickson came out, pitched the game of his life. Who would have thought? But anyway, we take the unit loss and move on, and we're going to end this Phillies Nationals series, hopefully with a win. And I actually found a little edge in the total, and I like the over. And a couple reasons why. We got some rain in the forecast. So, if we get a delay, that could take these starters out. And whenever you get the Phillies bullpen involved, that is definitely good for the other side and really good for the total to go over. So that's one edge. Also, a couple of the pitchers' metrics versus the opposing lineups that I really like. And I think we got some value on this over tonight. How do you feel about this one, Mike?
Well, Drew, I actually like that angle. And who would have thought yesterday that the Phillies would be able to avoid using their bullpen, to an amount of time that would hurt them like it has already done. But Hellickson, he did. He pitched his ass off, had the game of his life, and my hat's off to him. I lost, a couple units on that, but I'm bouncing back today. What I also think is interesting about this game and about the strategy they're using is the 5 walks intentionally to Bryce Harper. That's one way to keep him off the bags and one way to keep him from swinging, and going deep. So today, though, something's got to give. Nola has really been banged up, and Bryce Harper owns this guy. 5 for 7 with 2 dingers. I think today's a good opportunity. I think that total at 7 is out there pretty sharp. What's the best shop line for that total?
Well, Mike, it looks like it's bouncing around a little bit, and actually Bet Chris just went to 7 flat, not 7.5, just the total of 7. You're going to have to pay a little juice to the over, minus 125 right now. But that's what I recommend as far as betting the over, and you can find it at 7 flat right now. And a couple other points just to add on to what you said. The Nationals lineup is actually going to get the second look at Nola in just 12 days. And the former LSU Tiger, Nola, he got raked last time against the Nationals. He let up 7 runs. So them getting the second look is a big positive for this Nationals lineup. And Tanner Roark on the other side, he's not overpowering. And the lineups that he's faced, Miami's very streaky. He faced them twice. And then he also faced the Braves and the Twins, who, they have 2 of the worst offenses at this point in the season in all of MLB. So his numbers are pretty good, but it's all relative. And I think the Phillies can get to him as well. So this over of 7, minus 125 at Bet Chris, I'm all over it. I recommend it, taking the over tonight in the nation's capital.
One thing I will throw in there, I think the Nationals themselves could probably cover this over. I mean, again, I may be wrong. I just, in totals aren't really my specialty whatsoever. But I think it makes sense because they got to be frustrated. This team has got to be frustrated right now. Okay, they got the Mets breathing down their neck, 1 game behind. I know it's early in the season, but keeping that mojo going, and getting the foot on the accelerator early in the season, all right, it speaks volumes. So they want to jump right back on that train, and I believe they will. Okay, viewers, you heard it. Drew Martin likes the over tonight in the Washington Nationals Philadelphia Phillies game. You can get it right now at 7 runs. And what was that again, Drew?
7 is the total, minus 125 to the over at Bet Chris right now.
Okay, so at Bet Chris, minus 125, viewers, that's a really good value. Again, the Phillies, do they have enough ammunition in Nola to shut down the Nationals again? I don't think so. Drew Martin doesn't think so. So cash another ticket tonight with us in baseball and Drew Martin on the Nationals and the Phillies and the over. All right, Drew, beat that book hard tonight, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, my friend.
All right, Mike. Yep, bounce back. You get him too, buddy.